Happy day before Friday. Thanks for joining us on Midday. Joe Deuce.
Oh, yeah. Happy to be back. It's Friday Eve.
Yeah, you were doing some hair flips.
I was doing some hair flips. I've been listening to Lizzo in my car. If you haven't heard of her, she makes every person turn into a diva. That's what happens.
You are. I saw you. You were doing some shimmies.
Doing some shoulders. It's great.
I'm not hating it.
No. My mama taught me well. Oh, it's my mom's birthday. Happy birthday, Mom.
Oh, today?
Yeah, today.
Oh, happy birthday.
It was my brother's birthday yesterday. So, yeah, you too. But happy birthday, Mom.
Did they have to do like joint birthdays?
No, all of our birthdays in my family. My mom was a single parent, raised 3 boys, and all of our birthdays are grouped up. So my oldest brother's birthday was yesterday. My mom's birthday is today. My birthday is November 15th, and my brother's is the day after mine. So we were all like in sets of 2. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Huge parties.
Okay, so that's
I'm
what
kidding.
you did?
We were broke. We didn't have huge parties. We went to McDonald's and had some ice cream sundaes and played in the kids' place or whatever. It wasn't anything special. But it was fun.
That turned dark.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't fun. I mean, you know.
It is fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
McDonald's
you don't know
birthday,
you're broke when you're younger.
No, you don't know at all. That's true. And McDonald's birthday parties were the best.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you can't.
Do you remember they played the game where you... now people play video games, but back then we had to stack the hamburger cartons when they were styrofoam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And then whoever could get it the highest.
It's like broke people Jenga.
Now kids wouldn't even know what a styrofoam container is.
Not even. Yeah.
Which
Those
is
are illegal
good.
probably in most
it's
states.
probably good.
Yeah.
But can you imagine asking like the kids our age, like 6 or 7, to do that? They now like can program their own computers.
Yeah. I think it would be really fun to like bring back all the things from the 80s and early 90s that we played with and have kids from today try to play with them.
Yes.
Like, you know, I saw a video online of this lady trying to teach her kid how to use a rotary phone. And it was hilarious.
They have no idea.
They have no idea what that is. Yeah.
Or just like the regular Nintendo controls, where it was like, what, 3 buttons or 4 buttons?
It was A, B, C, up and down, select and start.
And Atari.
Atari, the joystick. They wouldn't even know what a joystick is.
Yeah, just us old people.
That's old people. You know, I'm going to be honest, I used to drive a stick. About 3 years ago, I was driving a manual shifting car, and what I read online was that you're less likely to get it stolen because people now don't know how to drive them.
That is true.
All the millennials would get in my car and just be confused.
I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
So wait, they make, this is my blonde moment, they make less stick shift cars now?
Oh, yeah, they make hardly any, but if you can get one, it's less likely it'll get stolen because no one else knows how to drive it unless you're old school.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if your car does get stolen and it's a manual, you know it's somebody over 30 something.
A little.
You get an age demographic right away. Yeah. Oh, he was over 30 for sure. He or she, girls can,
probably
women
even
can still
older, right? Probably even older. I don't know.
No, I'm 34. I know how to drive one.
Yeah, that's true.
So, yeah.
All right, there's your advice. Speaking of older people, that leads right into our story.
Okay.
All right, I want to hear your take on this before I even say anything. Shocking, I know, before I say anything.
Okay.
All right. For companionship, lonely senior citizens are now turning to 4-legged friends. They're not the kind of friends you think, though. That's a robotic dog. A woman who got a robotic dog so that she would not feel lonely says she knows it's mechanical, it needs batteries instead of food, doesn't need daily walks, but when she does walk by it, this whole thing, it makes me sad. I'm sorry, I'm already. She walks by it, it responds, it makes a huge difference in her life. So basically, they have these fake dogs that probably make noises, like, like those movement sensors in there. So it probably does like a fake bark. And as she's leaving her house, she probably talks to it and says, yay, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. See you, Robo. Here's the thing. When you get older and you're lonely, you have an empty house or empty nest, as they call it, you probably just need something to make you feel like you're not so lonely. I'm okay with some people just talk to their phones or get on Facebook all day.
Because they have friends.
Because those are their friends who they don't even know in real life. Like, this is this is sad, but it's also like I kind of get it. But if you're going to go this route, be more creative, because everybody can have a dog. If you're going robotic, you can get something cool, like a falcon. Get like a get a robotic phoenix or something. Get a unicorn. No one else has a unicorn in your neighborhood. That'd be awesome.
You walk in the house and you like whistle, and the robotic falcon comes.
Falcon just flies right on the arm. It's robotic, but like it'd be amazing.
Cat lady.
Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh! You might be lonely when you first get that animal, but I guarantee you get friends immediately if you're more creative.
You walk out into the front yard.
Get a narwhal that just hangs out in your bathtub. up till you get home and pops out with his little horn. People would love you. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm just saying, if you're going to go robotic, it's going to be a fake animal.
Don't get a dog.
Don't get a dog. You can get a dog anywhere.
It talks about, okay, it talks about this furry little thing with a bandana. I was really sad about this story, and now I'm thinking about having a falcon.
Yeah.
I think that would be way cool. Because this lady's not that old. She's only 64.
Yeah.
She never got married. She never had kids. She went to take care of her sick aunt who had like dementia. And then when her aunt passed away, she's alone. So here I'm thinking, this is so sad. This lady's getting a fake robot dog.
Right.
And I'm thinking, I'm going to go get married tomorrow, have kids, like start getting on this tomorrow. Because if this is what my future looks like, I can't do it.
Listen, Amber,
I can't do it.
I think you just have to plan it out right. If you're going to get robotics, get something special. You know, the worst part about this whole story to me is that there are a bunch of dogs sitting around at the Humane Society right now, like just another job taken by automation.
Exactly.
Like they're so upset. Like there's some pit bull sitting in a cage. Like, are you serious? Come on, Belinda. You could have brought me home. I would have been a great dog, a great companion. I could have licked your face in the morning. That robot can't do that. Sad.
What's going to happen? This is going to spit off like an entire new thing where all the people that have lost their jobs because of whatever, you know, the robots, they're now going to go find these dogs. It's going to be a special news section in the Humane Society. They have things in common, while these poor people who have no friends or family are getting robots for pets.
See what I'm saying? That's a problem. That is a problem.
Yeah.
If you're going to go robotic, at least go something special. If you want a dog, go to the Humane Society. There's all kinds of dogs that need a home.
Well, and then pretty soon I feel like they're going to make it like Alexa, and the dog's going to talk back.
Don't think that Amazon had. Jeff Bezos already has one of these sitting around somewhere that talks back to you and orders stuff for you. Like, Rover, order my coffee, and all of a sudden there's coffee in the mailbox. This is a downward slope.
It's like the never-ending story is what I think. What is the big animal's name in the never-ending story?
I don't remember. He's a big white dog that flies.
Well, and he talks. That's what I'm like
picturing.
picturing now, that this is going to be people's lives. Now, if it flies, I'm in.
If it flies, that dog didn't
fly. The marriage
fly.
and the kids are out.
She had to hold that dog up. You saw the picture. That dog didn't fly.
It had a bandana.
It had a bandana.
She talked about like.
That's the saddest part is she dressed up a robot dog.
No, it comes that way.
Oh, okay.
That's even more sad.
Yeah, well, get something special. Get a dragon, a robot dragon, robot falcon.
I'm glad you saw the fun side of this, because I'm thinking this. We make our older people like resort to robot dogs. We can't even go visit them or have friends.
Who's gonna come visit her? Her family was her aunt, and she passed away. She doesn't have kids.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She didn't have kids. She didn't get married. This is like this is making me rethink life.
Maybe that's a new program we should actually do. You do adopt a grandparent with a child that needs adopted as well. You just pair them up, and then those kids can go visit them, and it's more. Yeah, now that's a good program.
Joe Deuce,
look at that.
You're
welcome.
World.
Fixing the world, just one joke at a time.
All right. Well, we have another one for you to fix.
All right.
A woman in England, she, of course, went to a forum asking if this was unreasonable, because that's who you always ask, are random people that have no idea. She thought it was unfair that one of her closest friends was charging her for visiting. The woman writes her family was going to visit their daughter's godmother and her husband in southern Italy and stay at their house. Now, everyone planned the trip. They were super excited. All of a sudden, 5 days before they were supposed to leave, she received a bill from her friend asking to pay about $1,000 up front, plus food for staying those 5 days. Now, the woman said she'd be willing to pay about $120 per person plus food, but that price seemed ridiculous, especially because she was an old friend. What do you think about this?
I need to know more. What is the definition of old friend?
Well, she's the godmother of their daughter.
Yeah, but look, I got a godson out there somewhere that I've not seen since he was 2 years old. People make people that are godfathers and godmothers, and then you don't see them for a long time. I feel like if you're friends, you probably should have already talked about this ahead of time and come to the understanding of this is what's going on. But also, as somebody who's had the house that people wanted to come stay at sometimes, it gets ridiculous. If you come in to stay for 1 or 2 nights, not a big deal.
Okay.
5 days, you bringing your whole family to my house? I'm going to charge you.
In the story, would you do it ahead of time?
I would do it ahead of time. I'd be
Okay.
like, look, yeah, you can come stay, but look, you got to pay for something. And here's what you're going to do.
Well, and this lady, I think that's kind of where it got a little, and it's one of those like weird situations. One, I would say if somebody's coming to stay at my house, and in the story it says she invited them. I don't know the ins and outs of all that.
Oh, okay.
Because
Well,
this is this lady's recollection.
Right, that's different. If she invited them.
On the public forum, that she invited them to stay, blah, blah, blah. And she said, of course I was going to like kick in money, like, I don't know, know, if I go stay at friends' houses, you always bring a gift, a really
Right,
nice
right.
gift, and then like try and hide money because they won't usually
Yes.
accept it.
Here's the problem, though. when you have only one side of the story,
Yeah.
that means it's going to be the best version of whoever this person
That
is.
you
She's
good
like, of
call.
course, I was going to pay. Yeah, after she gave you the bill and you tried to half it, like, no, I'll pay you this much, half exactly.
After she took all her clothes, stole her furniture.
Right. After the fact, yeah, of course you were going to pay. I don't believe it. I think that what happened was she invited herself to this person's house.
And then the lady
Yeah.
said this.
Yeah, because I got friends overseas. I'm never like, hey, would you like to have me come over? No, I'm like, hey, I'm coming through, and I'm going to stay on the couch or just a place.
How
give
would
me a
you like the
closet.
privilege for me to
Right.
stay with you?
Would you like the privilege of my company? Fine. That's what she should have
That's
done.
going to be $500.
She should have turned it around like, look, I can charge you $500 and come stay with you, or if you let me bring my family, it'll be free.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny you say that because she said that in there, or somebody, one of the random people that answered back said that that this is her sign saying she doesn't really want them to stay with her. That should be her obvious, like, bye-bye, go get a hotel kind of thing.
Look, that is true, because as a comedian, sometimes people ask me to do shows, and I give them some astronomical number that I don't deserve. Like, yeah, I'll do the show for $5,000.
Yeah.
And if they pay it, well, then great. I guess I'm going to do that show. But most of the time, they're like, oh, that's a little bit out of my price range.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Oh, darn.
well, I guess I can't do the show now. So that's what she did. She was like, okay, yeah, you can come stay with me if you want to pay this grand.
Do you think she should have done it sooner? Because don't you think that
Yeah, I
should have
think
been in the
once
planning situation?
Maybe, or maybe she had the regrets later on in the stage, you know, like she was getting closer and she was like, I'm not ready for this. I haven't cleaned the house.
Either way, it's gonna be
I got this new
awkward.
robot dog I got to clean up after. This is just ridiculous. I don't have time for all this. I'm
The Falcons aren't here yet.
Yeah, $1,000, Ethel. You want to come bring your family.
Ethel and our family
Yeah.
did go, by the way.
Did they go? Oh,
they did
well,
go.
then-
They
well,
did go.
yeah.
We don't know how it happened after that.
Whatever,
We'll have
she made a stack.
I'm sure there'll be a follow-up.
Yeah, she made a stack.
Oh,
Get
for
that money, girl.
friends. I don't know.
Yeah, get the bag. Secure
the
the bag. You get that money.
Birkin next. All right. I can't. Marriage. We talked about that with your robot
Marriage,
dog.
yeah.
Not all people want to get married.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If it's not for you, you can now do a non-marriage. A woman says she tried marriage, but ended up, I like that you try, ended up divorcing. She was relieved when she found a partner who didn't want to get married, and after 5 years of being together, they decided to get a non-marriage. It's signing a legal contract that defines their relationship the way they want it to be. The reason why is she values commitment over a ritual and feels she's more committed and secure in her unmarried relationship than when she was married. It's silent.
This is stupid.
You think?
Yeah, listen, whatever happened to just being together? Like, if you don't want to get married, just be together.
Well, okay.
Why do you need a contract? The marriage is just a contract. That's the only thing that really changed. You're still in the relationship, and now divorces are so prevalent. People just are divorcing all willy-nilly. So if she wanted to just be not married and had a partner who didn't want to get married, just be together.
Okay, on the other side of the side of the coin, I know somebody, a friend, who probably was in a situation a lot like this. When you live together that long, you're basically married, you're sharing all kinds of finances, everything. You may even be on each other's insurance, life insurance, you know, all this all the stuff that is basically married, other than you didn't have a wedding and there's not a ring. There's other, maybe jewelry, but you know what I mean? So that contract's not there. But when you break up, here you've been putting money together for a joint house or a joint home, cars, all that kind of stuff. So it's just as messy as a divorce, but there was nothing ahead of time outlining how it's going to be taken care of.
So this is a prenup with no nump.
This is a friend.
This is
that
a
I've
prenup
heard.
with no nump. Here's the thing. If you are not married, quit putting your money in the same account. This is what I don't understand. I'm from a place where certain people, you know, my people, they will be together for 12 years and never be married, have 3 kids and a house and all kinds of other stuff. But, like, quit combining your money if you're not going to combine your life.
But the marriage is, but it's just a piece of paper, right?
If it's just a piece of paper, then why do you need another piece of paper
But
in order to make a
I
contract?
think a lot of people think like a wedding is more of a religious thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. When I say get married, I don't mean you have to go to a church and do all that kind of stuff. Just get your contract. If you're going to do a contract, why not go to the courthouse and do the same thing?
Well,
it's so much easier that way.
And I don't know if I agree. I was about to say,
Okay,
I
that's
agree
fine.
with
Yeah,
you.
that's fine.
No. But the reason they started these non-marriage is a lot of same-sex couples couldn't get married, so
Right.
they were doing this kind of stuff.
Right. And I understand that,
A
but
lot
now
of-
they can.
Well, no, and it can. There's a lot of people that don't want to be monogamous, so they're not going to get married. So they're just going to live together and do that whole thing. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. But there's also swingers who are married and they go out and, have extramarital relationships and all that kind of stuff and have an open marriage, which I've never understood what that is. I'm just saying, if you're going to go with the contract, why not just go ahead with the contract that's already there? You can't have a prenup with no nump. That doesn't make much sense.
Some people don't want to say they're married.
Okay,
I don't know.
All right, well, then you're going to have to go through the messiness of dividing up your money. If I was you, if you plan on breaking up with the person, you better start bringing some money out.
You don't
Open
have
that
to.
own account on
You
the
don't
side.
have to, people. You can do a non-marriage.
You can. I'm going to judge you, though.
I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong.
No,
I'm just saying
that's not my
a friend
place. I
may
will
have
judge
went
you.
through
I'm
this
just telling you
situation.
It could be fine for you. I'm judging.
Let us know what you think. What if they had the robotic dog? Who's going to get that?
Who's going to get the
That's
robotic
when that
dog?
really goes down.
That's the biggest problem.
All right. Let us know what you think. These stories are on Facebook.